Okay, so technically this is day 5 of 75 hard, but I think I'm just gonna stop labeling it as 75 hard. Like I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna have my rules in place, follow up with everything. But I don't know. I feel like I just want to use these videos less as recapping 75 hard or whatever, but just like basically what I've been doing, just kind of what I really learned the most out of this day. And I'm really just using this YouTube series to document my overall journey, my overall growth in general. So, with that being said, um, I did a lot of work today. I'm actually making a lot of progress on the program so far. I really dialed it in today, and I feel like with the rate I'm going, I should be able to finish all the material and maybe even get it launched as soon as in the next 2 weeks. Like, I feel like I'll be able to really get all the material inside of it finished within the next week and a half or so. Then from there, I need to do some stuff behind the scenes, blah blah blah, yada yada, the boring shit. But I think this will be ready pretty soon. And as I've been saying in the past couple of videos, I'm very excited for that to happen. And yeah, but what I learned today pretty much, I'm reading this book, Awaken the Giant Within. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about it. All my two viewers who look at this channel. I got this book when I got most of my books, which was like a year ago, and when I started it, but I never really been able to make it past, let's see, I'm on page 106 right now. I've never really been able to make it past like, honestly, this might be as far as I've gotten so far. I don't think I've made it past like 100 before, so making good progress on that. But it really just reminded me, it really reminded me of how important it is to have your mind set on a goal, because that is how you're going to achieve it specifically, if that makes sense. Like, you need to have that shit in the back, not in the back of your mind, at the front of your mind at all times, so you know where you're going. You have that direction, and you're putting in the consistent, constant action steps to get there, and kind of building your frame of mind in a way that's helping you achieve those goals, that's not hindering you towards that success. Because actually, another thing that I want to talk about, I, it's called The Stranger's Secret by Earl Nightingale. So um, I'm really tired. I'm losing my train of thought. But the Stranger Secret, it basically, the essence of it is that the Stranger Secret itself is that we become what we think about. So if you think about that for a second, it basically means that whatever we're thinking about throughout the day, throughout the next couple of days, throughout every hour of the day, that's kind of what we're becoming. That's kind of, how do I say this? I mean, our brains are like giant supercomputers at the end of the day, right? So with that being said, they're easily programmable, they're easily perceptible to external forces. So it really matters kind of what we put into it, what we feed our brains, what we feed that computer, because that kind of determines our outcomes in life as well. So the simplest way that I can explain this is like how how we perceive situations is going to lead to those certain kind of outcomes as well. Like, for example, if we think in negative terms, we have negative thought patterns, those we're producing negative results in life as well. And then vice versa, if we think in positive patterns, we're producing positive results as well. So a good metaphor, a good analogy that he uses is, say you have a farmer, right? You have a farmer on a land. He has two seeds. One is corn. Two is nightshade, a deadly poison. So if you plant both of these seeds in the fertile soil, which is our brains, and you care for them, you nurture them, you help them grow, you water them, give them sunlight, whatever it may be, you're nurturing them, you're giving them attention, you're giving them focus. Whatever you're giving that attention and focus to, whatever you're nurturing, that's what's growing. That's the kind of crops that you're going to be producing, and by crops I mean life, basically. So say you're putting your focus and attention and you're nurturing the nightshade, the deadly poison. And say the deadly poison is just another metaphor for negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, negative habits, bad habits, whatever it is. If you're nurturing that, if you're giving that attention, if you're constantly thinking about that stuff, those are the kind of results that you're producing in your life. Those are the kind of crops that you're helping to grow inside of your brain. You're nurturing those bad habits, those negative thoughts. You're conditioning them so they become more familiar in your mind. And God, I guess I'll lose my train of thought. But you get the point. Same thing goes with the corn. If you're giving that corn, if you're giving those seeds that attention, that focus, that nurturing, that care. You're growing them. You're nurturing those positive thoughts, those good actions, those good habits, and you're producing those kind of positive results as well at the end of the day. I don't know if this is making sense. I'm tired and I'm still a little bit sick, but I hope this is making sense. I'm butchering it hella right now. Like the way he talks about it, he explains it so much better, so much smoother, and I'm actually integrating that into the program as well. But yeah, it's basically what it is. If you think in negative terms and you give those negative thoughts that kind of attention and focus, you nurture those thoughts, those are the kind of results that you're going to produce in your life at the end of the day. Same thing goes on the flip side. If you're producing, or if you're caring and showing attention and focusing and nurturing those positive thoughts, those positive habits, you're producing positive results in your life as well. So you really just need to pay attention to how you're thinking, what you're thinking about, because as he says, we do become what we think about. So what are you thinking about? And do you want to become that? Are you thinking about what's keeping you down? What's irritating you? What's upsetting you? Are you thinking about stuff in the past that's again just kind of holding you down, keeping you in the same place, or even maybe pulling you down a little bit? Or are you thinking more long term? Are you thinking more positive results? Are you thinking about what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, the kind of person that you want to become? Are you thinking about that? Are you caring for those thoughts? Are you nurturing them? Are you backing them up with conviction, belief, and action? So you can therefore become that person and step into that frequency that you want to be in. So I hope that makes sense. Again, he explains it way better than that. Tony Robbins explains it way better than that. But again, I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. I'm going to bed after this. Just need to get this video up. And yeah, that's day 5. But again, I'm not going to recap 75 hard anymore. But that's what I learned today. So we'll be back tomorrow.